Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources tutorial. Now we're gonna focus on livestock raising, not meat. I'll explain later. Right, okay, so I said it in the beginning, why that we're gonna be focusing only on livestock exports, not meat exports. Why is that? I just found out something while I was trying to make a meat tutorial. I just found out something that is quite shocking. Meat prices are not double the livestock prices, and to produce meat, you're gonna lose half of the lay of your livestock. What do I mean by that? If you go to food and crops and you can see your slaughterhouse here, the slaughterhouse produces 125 tons of meat out of 250 tons of livestock. That means the value of meat needs to be at least double the value of livestock for it to be viable industry. It's not. So we're gonna focus on livestock exports. Okay, I'm gonna set up a little town over here, somewhere around here, and we're gonna start our first livestock industries. Right, here we go. So we have our basic setup here. I'm gonna pause for a second just to explain everything, and we're gonna continue. So we have a border crossing here. I connected the power supply and connected the border crossing with the normal mud road. At one point we probably will upgrade this, but we'll see how many trucks we're gonna need. We started with the 6 farms. We're importing crops directly into the farms. We're not having our own crops. That can be... you can do that on your own if you wish. If you wish to grow your own crops, it's not so profitable because crops are not that expensive to import. We're gonna try this setup without farming because initially you can't get any crops until the autumn, so even if you set up the farm in the beginning, you won't have any crops until the autumn. We have a basic setup running here. I put 6 buildings instead of 4 or 8 that we usually do. I think 8 buildings, it's a little bit of an overkill. I populated them automatically straight away with people. I have 6, here we go. We need to lower the number of employees going to work to university to minimum, absolute minimum 5 would be more than enough. We will probably need a little bit more educated people at the moment. We can see statistics soon enough. Just give us a second. And let us check the statistics. They're still going to work, and chop. Nope, they don't like us. They don't like us at the moment. Here we go. Pausing here. 1,000 population. That would be 750 people. So we imported 6 times 125 people. Initially, it's gonna be okay, but this is not enough. This is not gonna be enough for us because each one of these farms requires 50 people. That means we have 300 people required here, plus shifts and all that good stuff. Plus we have a heating plant over here that is importing coal. So, and I usually put 2 heat exchangers just because it's a better coverage. They usually have around 70-80% potential coverage. That's fine. Electricity is again imported, and everything is covered. Everything should be covered with power lines. Again, if you watch my tutorials, you will know that we will need additionally at least 1 more kindergarten, potentially 2, if not even more. And what's happening at the moment? I'm gonna let it play for a second. I'm gonna show you what's happening. We have a cheat mode on, that would be line spacing. I usually only turn that one on because we need buses to be equally spaced between each other. This is kind of important. I will real quickly upgrade the roads over here because we have money. We have all the money we need for doing something like this. So this is not a bad thing. Also, I think I'm gonna go for upgrading the road to the border crossing. I am not sure how many trucks we're gonna need, but farms, they do have enough capacity, 25 ton I believe, capacity for animals. So I think that would be more than enough for our trucks to go to the border and come back, and I'll do the same trip. Now the productivity is 5 tons a day. I believe our trucks are 4 or 5 tons, the Skoda trucks that we're gonna be using. Let me just check. Here we go. They have 4.5 tons of livestock capacity. Currently with this production, maximum would be, I don't know, 15-ish, I believe, tons of, sorry, 15, 30 tons, 30 tons of livestock. 30 tons of livestock a day. I will go off screen now. I'll buy 6 trucks. I'm gonna assign them just randomly. I'm not naming the lines at the moment. I'm gonna randomly assign them, each one of them, and send them to the border to start exporting. And we're gonna come back and see how everything is working. See you in a sec. Okay, here we go. I noticed that we have a little bit more money, and this is extremely scalable. All of the stuff we're doing over here is scalable. Just implement additional factories and that's all fine. I did double up on the trucks because we are producing a lot of livestock, so I think it's definitely gonna be needed. That means we're gonna have a lot of traffic happening around here, and probably would be best if I put a petrol station a little bit closer so they don't have to go to town. So I'm gonna do that. We're gonna go and buy it with dollars. I'm gonna put it over here. I will not be expanding any more industries. We do have money, we can do it, but this is not the point of this video. The point is to see how profitable 6 farms are and how to set up farming for profit, for exports. And a couple of other things I will have to pay attention to will be the kindergartens here. At the moment they don't seem to be overburdened, but yes, some people are still not requiring jobs. Now I did put additional 2 buses on these lines because there was too many people waiting on the bus stop, and definitely we can use more workers everywhere. Production is booming. I can see here around 80-90% at the moment, and that's perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. Now let's see how this is gonna work. So 6 apartments, 6 farms, they're 125 people each. We can always add more people. We'll see how it's gonna work. At the moment, it seems that the farms are doing a really good job. Okay, 31st of March, 1st of April. April Fool's is tomorrow, so let's try to make it work. I will see you guys in few months in game. For you it's gonna only be a second, so we can start and see what the statistics income is. If I have anything else to add, I will jump in before those around 6 months passes, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, here we go. It's 3rd of September. We can let it rip a bit. Let's see what happened. More or less everything went smoothly. At one point I had a little bit more children than expected, so I had to build 2 kindergartens, but in the meantime there were some people not working because of they had to mind the kids. I should have built kindergartens, and in the future I think I'm gonna build kindergartens straight away from the beginning, so we don't have these kind of issues. Financially, we can cover financially. Let's see population first. Population, we have 808 working people. We had 750 from the beginning. That's how many we imported, 750 people, so this changed a little. But in next 12-ish months, this is how long it's gonna take for most of these kids to get to workforce. We can expect huge boost. That's a normal thing. When you start a game, you're gonna have boost in population if you keep them happy. Education, I try to follow up with growth in university demand, and I did increase number of workers here. Now building 2 kindergartens and increases number of workers here. It's an additional 25 people plus 3 shifts more or less. Would be 75 people that wouldn't be going to work in our industries here. So that took a little bit of we could have done better. Also, we could have started with a little bit bigger population, because this is still 300 workers that need to be working in these farms alone. Definitely wouldn't be a worst thing ever if we had more workers. Is it worth it? Yeah, it is. It's worth it. It's not the best industry in the world. We can go and check month by month basis, but let's see here. August was 18,000 plus. July would be 18,000 plus. And let's check June. I think it was a little bit better. 19, not really. Okay, so more or less you would be earning around 20,000 rubles a month. Perfectly fine. You're getting money. Nothing needs to be done. Everything is closed loop. Within a year you would get additional population, so your factories would be working even better. So I would expect 35,000 you can get from this setup. Also, if you started initially with a farm, which is not a problem, you can build a farm here. I'm gonna make a tutorial how to farm. So agro farm, 50,000 rubles, couple of silos, 25 each. I'm gonna make a tutorial how to make that. And you would have all the grain that you need. How much grain did we use? That's an interesting fact as well. So we used this year, we imported 4,000 tons of crops. That means double that for the production for the whole year, because this is more or less 6-ish months, a little bit less than 6 months. So 10,000 tons of crops you would need. That straight away, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna need 2 farms, 2 times 18 fields. 20 you can have, but 18 fields is usually what I do. You can do you're gonna need 2 farms to supply these guys with food. And again, we had enough money to build that as well, so 2 farms wouldn't be a big problem. Especially if you pace it while you build it, you know, build the farms first and machinery whenever you need it, not straight away. Right, that's about it. I don't think I missed anything. I think everything should be covered. It's a really nice setup. It's a mass farming with a point of it being earning money, not for your own food supply, because we're not supplying ourselves with food. And yeah, I like it. If you want to earn money, I think oil and coal are a much better source of income than this setup, but this is also something that you can consider if you wish. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, leave a comment in the comment section, let me know what you think. Have a good one.